Hey, everybody, welcome to the Physician Entrepreneur Academy podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons why startups fail. This isn't rocket science. In fact, it's probably the most fundamental concept to learn before you even contemplate getting into a startup or starting your own company. It's really simple: product market fit, team, and money. You'll hear people talk about this all the time, in particular, investors. Investors' job when they look at a pitch deck for the first time is to actually look for red flags and find reasons not to invest. Their favorite word is no, because if they say no, they find a reason not to invest, they can just move on. Now, product market fit, team, and capital or money are the top 3 reasons why companies fail, in particular startups. And they are exactly what they sound like: product market fit. If you have a great product, but you do not have a market, in other words, nobody wants to buy it from you, then you don't have product market fit. You could have a market that's dying for something, they want the next mousetrap, and there's a gigantic market out there for new mousetraps, but you have a frisbee, then there's no product market fit. So it's pretty simple. There's a lot of ways to determine product market fit, and that's all part of the startup game and even the pre startup game when you're first coming up with an idea, thinking about patenting it, building prototypes, those types of things, getting out there with your prototype and getting some feedback, which is critical. The second thing is team. Okay, I can't tell you how important team is. It cannot be uh, overestimated, cannot be um, ignored. Team is the most important thing, and you'll hear stories that people have amazing product. They've got product market fit. They've raised tons of money, and they should be on fire to change the world. But something happened, and generally what happened is the wrong team was at the helm. They either didn't have the right leader, or they didn't have the right support staff, or the founders really weren't cut out to be entrepreneurs. So, really, the team in all of this may be the most critical. I think you need all 3. It's kind of like a 3-pronged stool. You can't really prop it up without all 3. But if you don't have the right people from the get go, it's going to be really hard to find them once the venture gets going, and especially once some of the early personalities get really attached to their idea. The last part is capital or money, right? I mean, they'll they'll tell you that the CEO's number 1, 2, and 3 job is to keep the company funded, keep the company funded, and keep the company funded. Because if you don't have any money, then you don't have a company. Now, in some cases, you can bootstrap quite a long ways, but you still need capital. So once you get your product market fit and your team together, you got to make sure that you're capitalized to the right level so that you can at least start to meet those early milestones that are what we consider inflection points to your value. So before you go and get a bunch of money from friends and family and your Aunt Jane and Uncle Joe, you really want to get to a couple clear milestones, maybe a working prototype or a first sale, or maybe a letter of intent from a department store or a medical device company that really is in love with your soon to be future product. Um, but really, getting that capital lined up is super important, because you really can't execute on a business plan unless you have the capital. So that's really it in a nutshell. Top 3 reasons why startups fail: wrong product market fit, the wrong team and people, and they didn't raise enough money, or they don't have enough money to keep the company capitalized. So that's it for today. Hope you found that informative. Talk to you soon. And remember, guys, Physician Entrepreneur Academy is sponsored by Park City Records, our production partner, who is the #1 digital media house for the Wasatch Back.